Can I begin by extending our heartfelt condolences to those families who have lost a loved one at this time. I want to continue to thank our frontline health service workers, our nurses, our doctors on the front line day in, day out over the last 2 years, who through this period of time, through this Omicron outbreak, continue to provide the care and support for people right across our state who need it. It's been a difficult time for our state, but our health workers, our paramedics, our doctors, our nurses, our O call operators, our cleaners in our health system, every single person is doing an inspirational and amazing job in keeping people safe during this pandemic. Today, we can announce that in our vaccination hubs, our 40 vaccination hubs across New South Wales, we'll be bringing forward the eligibility for a booster shot from 4 months to 3 months. So that's in our 40 centres across New South Wales. We currently have capacity here for around 250,000 vaccinations every week in our 40 hubs across New South Wales. Today's decision will enable over 3.5 million more people from our state to be able to be eligible for that booster shot. As we are clearly seeing, boosters are key to keeping yourself, your friends and your family safe. Due to the extra capacity that we have in our centres, we are able to make this change today. I understand from the federal government that the eligibility from 4 months to 3 months in GPs and pharmacists will be available from the 31st of January. But if you are eligible now at 3 months since your second dose vaccination, you can make those appointments at our 40 centres right across New South Wales. We have the capacity available. We've seen very clearly through the numbers in ICU that vaccination is key in terms of reducing symptoms and keeping people safe. So can I thank everybody for the sustained efforts that they continue to make. We have today over 50% of those who are eligible for a booster shot have received one. With a 95% vaccination rate, that is incredibly pleasing. It has ensured, compared to the rest of the world, that New South Wales has been able to remain strong during difficult times in this pandemic. The efforts that everyone has made across our state has ensured that we've been safe during this difficult time. There'll be other challenges that come our way as we head through this pandemic, but the key strategy and the key thing that we can all do is continue that sustained effort to go and get vaccinated, to get that booster shot. Today's announcement of moving that period from 4 months to 3 months will allow an additional 3.5 million eligible people across our state to receive that booster shot. So can I encourage everybody over what's been a difficult period of time to continue to make that effort, to make that booking. They're available through our 40 centres across the state. We've seen extraordinary efforts from our nurses in those centres who have worked through the entire vaccination program here in our state over many months, and now through this booster campaign continue to work tirelessly. We've seen those centres be an incredible success, and today's announcement will ensure that more people are eligible to get that booster shot. We've seen very clearly in our health system that boosters have been key in keeping people safe. So can I encourage everybody across our state today who's eligible now from 3 months since your second dose vaccination to make that booking at any one of our centres across the state. As I said, it's very key to ensuring you stay safe during this pandemic, and the Health Minister will make some further comments in relation to the clear evidence that we're seeing in our hospitals, in our ICUs, that vaccination and booster is crucial in reducing symptoms and having less severe cases of the disease. So once again, can I encourage everybody to keep that effort going as we move through this next phase of the pandemic. And we know that we'll move through this phase together. We can see the success here in our state. The numbers so far are incredibly pleasing. We're moving through, so can I thank everybody across our state for the efforts, the sacrifices that everyone has made, not just over the last couple of months, but more particularly over the last 2 years. So I appreciate that there is fatigue with this pandemic. This global pandemic has taken the world on, but New South Wales has continued to stand tall. And the reason we've stood tall here in our state has been that high vaccination rate, the efforts, the sacrifices following the rules that are in place. They're not there for the sake of it. They're there to keep you safe as we move through and make our way through this stage of the pandemic. We are making our way through it, and we will make our way through it. And if we can continue to treat everybody with kindness and respect, particularly our health staff, people right across our state, our friends and family, they are the great values of our state. They are the values that will ensure that as we move through this transitional phase of the pandemic, that we will come out stronger the other side.